Hey there, Sycamore View kids and families. Can you believe that December is here? I love the month of December so much, so I'm very excited to talk to you guys about this month's core value and some of the activities you can do together as a family. But before we do that, let's take a look back at some of the activities you did from last month's core value box in November about being a restoration movement. I just love seeing you guys doing those activities, and don't forget that just because November is over doesn't mean we're done with being a restoration movement. We're always going to be a part of trying to make things new, make old things new again, take something that is broken and make it better. And so we're going to continue to do that, but this month we're going to focus on a different core value, and that is the core value of anticipating the movement of God. Which December is the perfect month to talk about anticipation, because December, we're all counting down the days till the 25th, right? Till Christmas. You might have something like this at your house. This is one that my grandma made for me when I was a little girl, and she would hang it on our bedroom door, and there's a little pocket for each day leading up to the 25th of December, and there'd be a little piece of candy in each pocket. And then at the very end, on the 25th, we got to open up a little ornament that we would then add to our Christmas tree. And this brought me so much anticipation and excitement and joy as I looked forward to Christmas Day and counted down the days until it was finally Christmas and we got to celebrate the birth of Jesus and be with family and open gifts and all of those things. So you might have something like this at your house that you do together as a family as you count down the days till Christmas on December 25th. And Christmas is all about Jesus being born, right? I'm sitting here on the stage of our worship center in front of this beautiful manger that our youth minister Logan built to kind of be a visual reminder for all of us of what we're looking forward to, right? On Christmas Day, we're remembering how God took on flesh and was born as a baby and was born in a manger, in a stable, right? To bring hope and light to the world. So that's what we're anticipating, what we're counting down the days to this month. And we're also anticipating that God is going to move. Whenever we come to church on a Sunday, which right now some of you coming to church means sitting at home in your pajamas and watching people on this stage on Sunday morning. For some of you, it's coming in here wearing a mask and things are kind of different, but we're still anticipating that whenever we gather together as a group of people who love God, that we know that God is going to show up and God is going to do something big. So that's what we're talking about this month, is not only are we anticipating Jesus being born and celebrating that, we're anticipating that God is going to continue to do amazing things in our lives and the lives of people around us when we place our hope and our trust in Him. So let's take a look at some of the things in this month's core value box that you can do together as a family as you talk about what it means to anticipate the movement of God. So let's see what we've got in here. First, we have this lovely sheet, mostly for your parents, but it talks about 3 stories in the Jesus Storybook Bible that you can read and discuss some of these questions together as a family this month. And on the back is kind of an explanation of each of the activities. So first we have, this is a lovely advent calendar. So if you don't have something like this at your house, you can put this one on your fridge. And each day has a little bit of the Christmas story and then an activity to do together as a family. So sometimes it's a fun activity like having a movie night and eating popcorn. Other times it's some way that you can serve and be a light to your neighbors and your community. So if you're looking for something like that, you can hang this up on your fridge and try to do lots of those activities this month. Another option for an Advent daily activity is this Advent devotional coloring book. So each day there is a scripture and kind of an explanation of that part of the big God story, and then something to color and an activity to do. each day of the month leading up to December 25th. So this is another fun thing that you can do each day as we anticipate Christmas Day. And then we have this month's coloring sheet with our memory verse. And our memory verse for this month is Isaiah 9:6. For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Now, this verse, I love this verse because it's written by Isaiah, who was a prophet. And a prophet is somebody that hears a message or word from the Lord and then shares it with God's people. So God gave Isaiah this message that then he wrote down and shared with people. And this verse is obviously talking about Jesus being born and all these words that are going to describe who Jesus was. And do you know this was written 700 years before Jesus was born? 700 years before Jesus was born, God revealed to Isaiah that Jesus would be a wonderful counselor, a mighty God, everlasting Father, and the Prince of Peace. So for 700 years, the people that read this were looking forward to when this Messiah would come that would bring all of these things. And they had all this anticipation of 700 years waiting for Jesus to be born. So I want you to think about that as you work on this verse this month. And to go along with that, we have these little ornaments, and each one has one of those names of Jesus on them. And there are paints and some fun stickers that you can use to decorate your ornaments. And you can do all 4 at once, or you can do one each week as you add them to your tree and maybe talk about what that name of God means for us today. We also have inside 2 envelopes. One of them has a name and address on them, and one of them is blank. They both are ready to go in the mail. They're already stamped. But there's a Christmas card inside that's blank because I want you guys to decorate the Christmas card and just to share a message of hope and love with people this Christmas season. Everybody loves getting Christmas cards this time of year, and so think of somebody that you might know that might need some extra love or hope or message of Christmas. And then the other one is already somebody that in our church that we think would appreciate getting a card like that this month. So decorate both of those and get both of those in the mail sometime this month to help serve and love the people around us. Probably the oddest item in this month's box is a rock. You might be thinking, did Miss Anna put coal in our boxes? And I did not, because you guys have all been good this year. But I put a stone in here because at the end of December, we're going to do a special thing throughout everybody in our church is going to participate. And what we're going to do is we're asking everybody to think of how they've seen God at work this year. What has God done in your life this year? And what you're going to do is you're going to write it on this stone, take a picture of it, and send it to awakening@sycamoreview.org. We're going to put them all together in this video to celebrate the ways that God has been at work this year as we look forward to how God is going to continue to be at work next year in 2021. So be sure to do that by December 20th to be a part of that video. Send us those pictures. And we also have another round of some scripture tattoos. Each one goes with a Bible verse. The first letter of each word is on the tattoo, so it helps you memorize some extra verses. And it's just fun to have some temporary tattoos. Also, can't forget there's a little Christmas tree cake in there for you to enjoy. There's one more thing that I'm giving you this month that didn't make it into this box, but we have Sycamore View Kids t-shirts for each of you. I just wanted us all to have this reminder that even though we're not together, we're still connected to each other through the children's ministry here at our church. And we anticipate when we can be back together again sometime next year to have Bible class and children's worship and fun events again. But until then, you are loved and you are a part of this family. And I pray that you guys experience hope and peace and love and joy this Christmas season as we anticipate the birth of Jesus and look forward to the day when we can be together again. I love you guys, and I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'll see you in January for our next core value box. Bye.